the professionals that I see do a really wonderful paddle raise, they don't rush it. They take their time. They let the moments land. They wait for a beat while people think about what they saw during your mission appeal. The events that try to squeeze a paddle raise into 3 minutes between live auction and dessert, or the end of the evening, or the close of the silent auction, those are the ones that are like definitely going to land in that 3.9%, 4% number. So what we can extrapolate from this, if you have a fall gala on the calendar, your single highest leverage move might be to look at the strategy around your paddle raise. If you can really pay attention to that, then you can move that 2 to 3% up into a higher range. So I'm a little bit lost in what I'm saying right here. Yep, if you have a fall gala, you might not be finding more expensive. It might, yeah, exactly. What we want to do, all right, I found my notes. I'm having to rely on my notes a great deal today because I'm saying so many numbers, so I apologize for that in advance, but I wanted to make sure that I get this data to you. And let me pause here and say that our benchmark report, the numbers from which all of this came, is going to be sent to you along with the recording. So those of you that are seeing any kind of issues, not only will you get the recording, you're also going to get be able to hold in your hands, if you decide to print it out, the numbers that I'm telling you. So don't worry about furiously scribbling any of those down. So if you redesign your paddle raise, you could raise that 4% up to 8%, right? So at $1,465 per participant, every percentage point that you're able to bump that paddle raise up is really going to move the needle on the financial success of your event. Let's talk about the people in your room, your donor mix. I want to talk about who's actually giving in the room. Across our platform this spring, 82,270 people made a gift. Of those, about 20%, or roughly 16,500, were returning donors. The other 80%, or nearly 66,000 guests, were first-time donors. Now, I don't know about you, but that number really surprised me. I really thought that it would be returning guests that would have the lion's share of donations, but that is actually not the case. What we're seeing is those first-time attendees, we should say attendees, are also first-time donors to organizations. So on the surface, first-time donors actually generated more revenue, $65.8 million versus $30.8 million for returning donors.